we consider it necessary to call for this press conference because of the recent events in the church. Taking off from what happened in the Bible, like what happened in Acts chapter 5 verse 8, when Ananias and Sapphira died because of what happened, there was panic. So we don't want panic in the church. We don't want misconstruing the event or what the state of affairs in the church. We want every person to educate our members and the society, the state of affairs in the church. Everything is in perfect control despite the little events that happened. We will all remember that prior to 5th of January and 26th of January, there was a faction in the church, there was a leadership tussle in the church. But following the intervention of the government of Abia State and the CAN leadership in Abia State, that dispute was resolved on the 26th of January, when it was unanimously agreed that the two contending leaders of the church should proceed on sick leave based on incapacitation as provided by Chapter 9 of the Constitution, II of the Constitution, page 28, that when a minister is sick and unable to take his responsibilities as it will, the person shall, he said, shall proceed on sick leave. And in the government of Abia State and the camp leadership in Abia State, relying on that, directed, and we all agreed that the two parties should proceed on it. And following that event, an administrator was appointed, the third in rank, in the name of Apostle G.O.C. Onyema. And on the 22nd day of February 2024, he inaugurated the Reform Committee as directed by the Apostolic and CAN leadership. And we also agreed to it. The committee sat twice before the demise of the administrator, and we have also appointed another administrator in his place. So the state of affairs now is that presently ACCM do not have a sitting president. It doesn't have, ACCM do not have bishop. What we have is administrator who will ensure within 6 months that the church is reformed and every other position will queue up from there. That is the state of affairs now.
There is no more faction in the church. Factionalism, if it is a disease or a sickness, has been cured. It is no longer there. It was cured on 5th and 26th January 2024 respectively, when we had a meeting with fathers of faith, CAN chairman, Abia State chapter, the chief of staff and other government officials at the Unity Chapel of Maya. That is when it was cured. And that very day, both parties were reconciled. We embraced each other and had a group photograph, had a handshake, and some resolutions that leads to the appointment of an administrator who have also started his work. One of his oversight, or some of his oversight functions include constituting a constitutional review committee. And he has constituted a constitutional review committee. And the constitutional review committee has started their work. As we are sitting here now, I was of a particular faction. I was of a lone faction. As general missionary secretary of the church, I believe in the constitution of the church. I'm the one that interprets it. That page 15, Article 7 of the church says that the most senior apostle by ordination shall be the president of the church. And that is what I interpreted to the church. That is what I read out to the apostles and officers of the church. To that effect, this most senior apostle then was Apostle PC Erodu. That is why I was on his side. This senior apostle here, Apostle TC Asbike, was of a sinner's faction. They said PC Erodu didn't go to Bible school, etc., that it is this man that attended Bible school, so he should be the one to be the president, not the vice president. These were the arguments. So, as we are here now, you can see that faction is here. This other, yes, this other faction is here.
Yes, sir.
This is one of the most senior apostles in the church. This is director of the Church Bible College. This is a additional apostle from River State. This is an elder from River State. We have officers from River State here now in this press conference.
From Imo State.
We have officers, this is a senior apostle, the director of finance from Imo State. We have from Abia State here. This is representing the youth wing, the youth choir. He is one of the famous masters. In fact, he is the music director in our church headquarters at Former Road. The music director is there. He's a senior apostle. He's the financial secretary of the church. He's here. They were all in the other faction. Two of us. In this faction, we have another elder. It's not elder too. So these factions now, this is a proof of what I was saying. So these two factions are here now together in this press conference to tell the entire ACCM that there is no more faction in the church. The church has been united. Anybody doing anything extraordinary is a rebel and not part of the system. That's the truth we really want to establish. And that for now, we are standing, they say Aburi must stand. We are standing on the decision of 26th January 2024.